Traveling Hattie here, today to talk to you about Iceland. It is a wonderful country that's essentially the top of a volcano in the North Atlantic Ocean. But it's a dazzling country where art, history, and culture all combine together. You have the great harbor at Reykjavik, the Sun Voyager sculpture, the great cathedral at Reykjavik, Harpskirkja, and of course, the Northern Lights that everyone wants to see, and I just happen to get lucky and see them. The Harpa Concert Hall. But first, you gotta fly there, and that's not easy. I flew the always friendly Icelandic Air over the Labrador Sea, the North Atlantic, to Reykjavik. But you land at Keflavik Airport, which is 45 minutes away, and people seem to think that Keflavik lands right in the middle of Reykjavik. It does not. Then you go through passport control and voila, you can exit to Iceland. Here is the bus ride from Keflavik to Reykjavik. It takes about 45 minutes. This picture is taken at 11 a.m. You get 2 hours of dawn and 2 hours of dusk on the shortest day of the year in Iceland. So enjoy your 4-hour day of sunlight. This is the hotel, 3-star, worth every star. Quick word to the wise, they drink sour milk in Iceland, a lot of it, so be ready. This is the view from my hotel room, great view. But here's the thing, it looks like this and then very quickly it can turn into this. Polar vortex hit Iceland, closed down everything. Now, once you get to Reykjavik, you've got to go here to a place called a hot dog stand called the Best Hot Dogs in Town. I cannot pronounce it in Icelandic, but that's their website. They're the best hot dogs of Europe. They're made with lamb. They're made with beef. They're delicious. Those are two with everything. Everything is underneath the dog except for the spicy mustard. Then go to 101 Bistro and get the fish and chips. That's the best fish and chips I've had anytime, anywhere, any place. They also have an amazing American-style pizza. And while I was there, I had a tasty Thule beer back when I could drink. Can't drink anymore, long story. But also remember in Iceland, they tend not to take Discover and Amex. But they will sell you lots of trinkets. I also went and saw the Sun Voyager that was very near the hotel where I stayed. It's a magnificent work of art dedicated to discovery, hope, and freedom. And it was very uplifting to look at. Then I walked up to the great cathedral, whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce again. There's a monument to Leif Erikson. The interior of the cathedral is amazing, and it's dazzling to look at from the street, and it's very festive at Christmas. It's part of the Church of Iceland, and it was built between 1945 and 1986. I walked all around it just to try to take it all. They also have a lot of shops around the cathedral, like the one that has this bear. It's not a real bear. On the other hand, I didn't ask if this was real reindeer or not. It was kind of traumatizing to look at. Later, I walked to the National Gallery of Iceland, where they had this exhibit. If you look, you see the little talking guy there at the bottom. He's a projection. In a second, you'll see my hand go up because there's a projector up top. The portal up top is also not real. The plants are real, and there's a curved wall that the plants are sitting on that's real. But from that angle, it was very hard to tell what was real and what was not real. Later, this turns into a gigantic window that looks like it's flying, and I have a link to that in the description. But an amazing exhibit, no explanation, it's just there. Then I walked to the lava show. This is the logo for the lava show. This is a nice young lady that works at the lava show. This is the hallway to walk to the lava show. This is the lava show. There's the lava at the lava show. I sat in the front row, 2 feet from the lava at the lava show. You see the high security system they have there, a single bar to keep you away from the lava. The guy on the right's moving the lava. Here comes the lava.
Okay. This is because these big piece of lava.
And they have nice toys at the lava show. Now watch the red solid light. Look at it. Look at the red solid light. It turns yellow, then green. Cats and dogs living together. Now we play a game called Name the Restaurant. Here's a Scandinavian restaurant in Reykjavik. It's called Scandinavian. Reykjavik Fish and Chips Restaurant. Reykjavik Fish and Chips Restaurant. So far, so good, right? So let's see if you're on to it. I'll let you try this one. It's an American bar and it serves burgers. If you guessed American bar and burgers, you win. Well done. Let's do one more. It's an English pub. What should we call it? Okay, we'll call it English pub. All right, so far so good. I think you're on to how they name their restaurants in Reykjavik. And it's just right down the street from the American bar. So you see, it worked out well. Not only well named, but they're real close to each other. Very convenient. Now, for the last one, is it Irish pub or is it Irish bar? It's an Irish drinking establishment. What do they call it? Well, it's the drunk rabbit. So if you guessed Irish pub or Irish bar, sorry, but there you go. You're wrong. This is a real museum in Reykjavik. I won't help you. Just look it up. Have a great day. Here is a piece of artwork. It's satirical. It's not really clear. Is it an homage to the faceless bureaucrats that help government run, or a depiction of the bureaucrats who keep us down? You decide. Here's an exhibit of early Reykjavik. The camera to the left that you see projects the people walking around if you look through it. It's amazing. It uses technology similar to what you see in this exhibit that showed people living in 9th, 10th century Iceland. Iceland is very proud of their history. They first had governments or parliaments or whatever you want to call it that met around 900, and they consider themselves the oldest democracy in the world. Also, in Reykjavik and in Iceland, they celebrate Christmas, but it's a little different. Here's your regular Christmas stuff, and then here's your Reykjavik Christmas stuff. It's not Christmas without elf poo and kiss making kit. The cathedral is decked up, but this is kind of how I feel about Christmas too. I'm kind of with them on this one. And then here we have to have our Christmas scary story. You ready? Then I took this modest ship out into the Reykjavik harbor at night to look at the northern lights. The city was beautiful, the sky was clear, the air was crisp. If you look carefully, you can still see the cathedral. Here you can see the northern lights. What you actually saw with your eyes was still much less, because our eyes are not good at capturing light in low light situations. The cameras pick up even more than what you see. In many of these pictures, in reality, the northern lights looked merely like fog. This was the Peace Tower. This showed up very well. It's a very bright light, beautiful to see. This picture was one of the brightest, and you can see it still almost looks like fog. The northern lights aren't that dramatic unless you really get some good ones and with a good camera. With this one, This here was by far my best picture. I was standing on the dock before we left. The guy nudged me and said, "Take a picture." I looked up, snapped a picture, and in 30 seconds it was gone. This was on my second trip to Iceland. The first time it was overcast, polar vortex hit, and I didn't see anything. I was lucky to see this northern light. And now some final thoughts. This was a great coffee shop. Here's a club I didn't go into because I stopped drinking by then. Yes, they have gin in Iceland. Why do you ask? Here's a wonderful residential neighborhood I just blundered into. More about blundering later. But then I have to fly home to a faraway place called Nebraska. And during the flight, I had a nice cup of coffee. If you made it this far, well done. You're awesome. As you can see in this, I relied way too much on pictures. I posted these to Facebook, but I didn't take enough videos because I didn't think about making a YouTube video. But now I made a YouTube video. I wanted to tell a story on YouTube. And so, I see what it's like when you don't use enough video. I'll use more videos in the futures, I promise. But again, if you made it this far, you're awesome. And just like in the James Bond movies, the traveling hatter will return. And always remember, dum vita est, spes est.
All aboard!